You watch stories about kindness. You feel inspired. You close the video, and then you go back to your life exactly as it was. That's not learning. That's entertainment. And there's a big difference. Here's the question you're not asking. What if the English you need isn't in a textbook? What if it's not in grammar drills or vocabulary lists? What if the language that changes your life is hiding in a single moment between two strangers on a Tuesday morning? Today, you're going to hear a story, a real story, about a woman named Maya who knew 1,000 English words but lived in silence. She could read, she could write, she could pass tests, but she couldn't connect. She was a ghost in her own city, invisible even when people looked right at her. And then one small act of kindness changed everything. Not for her, for someone else. And that's when her English came alive. You see, most people are watching. You're going to learn to live. Most people wait for later. You're starting now. Most people consume inspiration like fast food and stay exactly where they are. You're going to become someone different by the end of this video. Here's what's going to happen. First, you'll walk with Maya through her ordinary, silent life. You'll feel what she feels. You'll see the moment everything shifts. Then, you'll learn the exact words she used, not just the meaning, the feeling, the power. And finally, you'll practice them yourself, out loud, right here, because knowing a phrase and speaking a phrase are two completely different things. This isn't a lecture. It's not a lesson you forget tomorrow. This is a journey. You're the hero. And by the time we're done, you won't just understand English better. You'll understand yourself better. You'll speak differently. You'll connect differently. So here's your choice right now. Stay a spectator, or step into the story. One path keeps you comfortable. The other makes you confident. One keeps you silent. The other makes you someone who speaks first. Maya chose. Now, it's your turn. Maya made her choice on a subway platform in a city where no one knew her name. But before we get to that moment, you need to understand why this matters to you. Right now, not next week. Not when you feel ready. Today, I see you. You've studied hard. You know present perfect. You understand conditionals. You can explain the difference between make and do. Your grammar is good, maybe even great. But when you walk into a coffee shop, you point at the menu. When a neighbor smiles at you in the hallway, you look down. When someone at work asks how your weekend was, you say, fine, and the conversation dies. You're not failing because you don't know enough English. You're struggling because you're studying alone when the real language lives between humans. Here's the truth. Kindness vocabulary is not extra. It's not advanced. It's survival language. It's how you make a friend on your first day in a new city. It's how you ask for help when you're lost. It's how you turn a stranger into someone who remembers you. It's how you stop being invisible. And right now, if you don't have it, every day feels the same. You watch people laugh together. You see connections happening all around you. But you're outside the circle. You're safe. You're quiet. And you're lonely. That ends here. This video is built for you. You're going to hear Maya's story in simple, clear English. Every sentence is at your level. You'll understand every word. But more importantly, you'll feel every moment. Because her struggle is your struggle. Then, we'll break it down. Truth. Example. Solution. Why kindness language matters. How Maya used it. What you'll do with it. No theory. No textbook exercises. Just real phrases that work in real life. And later, in the practice section, you'll speak. Not in your head, out loud. You'll repeat the lines. You'll practice the rhythm. You'll hear your own voice saying the words that connect people. Because silent practice keeps you silent. Spoken practice makes you brave. Here's what I need you to understand. Every day you wait is another day you stay in the same place. Another day someone else takes the opportunity you were too afraid to reach for. Another day you go home wishing you'd said something. Anything. But today is different. Today, you're not just watching. You're preparing. You're becoming the person who speaks first, who helps, who connects, who remembers that English is not a test you pass. It's a bridge you build. So let's go back to that subway platform. Let's meet Maya on the worst morning of her loneliest month. Let's see what she saw. And let's watch what happened when one stranger refused to walk past her. It's 7:30 on a Tuesday morning. Maya stands on the subway platform in a city that still doesn't feel like home. She's been here for 8 months. 8 months of the same routine, the same silence, the same invisible life. She woke up at 6. She made coffee in her tiny apartment. She didn't speak to anyone because there was no one to speak to. She walked 3 blocks to the subway. She passed 12 people on the street. None of them looked at her. She didn't look at them either. At the coffee shop near the station, she ordered the same thing she always orders. Medium coffee, black. She knows the words. She's known them for years. But she doesn't say, "Good morning." She doesn't say, "How are you today?" She points at the menu. She pays. She takes the cup. She leaves. The barista smiles at every customer. Talks to every customer, except Maya, because Maya never starts. And after 8 months, the barista doesn't try anymore. This is what isolation looks like. You have the words. You know the grammar. But you've built a wall of silence so high that even when you want to speak, you can't find the door. Maya is fluent in her head. In her apartment, she practices conversations that never happen. She imagines saying hello to her neighbor. She imagines asking her coworker about the weekend. She imagines being the kind of person who makes small talk at the coffee shop. But imagination is comfortable. Reality is risk. And every single day, Maya chooses comfort. On the platform, she stands in the same spot she always stands, far from the crowd, close to the wall. She takes out her phone. She scrolls. She pretends to be busy so no one tries to talk to her. Which is funny, because no one ever tries. Around her, the city is alive. 2 students laugh about something on a screen. A man helps an elderly woman with her suitcase. A couple shares headphones, leaning close. Everyone is connected to someone. Everyone except Maya. She tells herself it's fine. She doesn't need friends. She's here to work, to save money, to build a future. Connection can come later. English can improve later. Confidence can grow later. 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 The most dangerous word in any language. And then, something small happens. Something so small that most people would miss it. An older woman steps onto the platform. She's carrying 2 heavy shopping bags. She's tired. You can see it in the way she moves. She looks around for a place to set the bags down. There's nowhere. Maya sees her. For just a second, their eyes meet. And the woman smiles. Not a polite smile. Not a quick smile. A real smile. The kind that says, "I see you. You're not invisible." Maya's heart jumps. She almost smiles back. She almost says, "Do you need help?" She knows those words. She's studied them, but her mouth won't move. The moment stretches. 1 second, 2 seconds, and then Maya looks down at her phone. The woman shifts the bags and walks to the other end of the platform. The moment is gone, and Maya feels something heavy in her chest. Regret. Shame. The same feeling she has every time she chooses silence over risk. This is the cost of comfort. You stay safe, but you stay alone. You avoid mistakes, but you also avoid connection. You protect yourself from embarrassment, but you pay with invisibility. The train arrives. The doors open. Maya steps inside. She finds a seat in the corner. She takes out her phone again. She doesn't look up. She doesn't want to see the woman with the bags. She doesn't want to feel that heaviness again. She opens a language app. She scrolls through vocabulary. Greetings, phrases, questions. She knows all of them. Every single one. And she uses none of them. The train lurches forward. Maya shifts in her seat. And that's when it happens. Her phone slips from her hand. It hits the floor. It slides across the aisle, right to the feet of a stranger. Maya freezes. Her phone? Her entire life. Photos, messages, everything. Just lying there on the dirty train floor. And someone is reaching down to pick it up. This is the moment. The one she didn't choose. The one that chose her. The stranger bends down, picks up the phone, and Maya's first thought is panic. What if it's cracked? What if they're angry? What if they think she's careless? But the stranger just smiles. It's a young man, maybe her age. He's holding her phone carefully, like it matters. And he says 7 words that will change everything. I think you dropped this. Are you okay? That's it. 7 words. Nothing fancy, nothing complicated. But the way he says it, the kindness in his voice, the fact that he didn't just pick it up and hand it over in silence. He asked. He cared. He made her feel seen. Maya takes the phone. Her hands are shaking. She should say thank you. She knows how. She's practiced it 1,000 times. But her throat is tight. So she just nods, and the man smiles again and goes back to his seat. And Maya sits there, holding her phone, feeling something she hasn't felt in 8 months. She feels human. Here's the truth. Kindness is the shortest distance between 2 strangers. It's not about perfect grammar. It's not about accent or vocabulary size. It's about one person reaching out and another person feeling it. That's the language that matters. That's the English that changes lives. Maya keeps thinking about those 7 words. I think you dropped this. Are you okay? So simple, so clear, but so powerful. Because they did 3 things at once. They solved a problem. They showed care, and they opened a door. That's the method. That's what most learners miss. Every small moment is a chance to connect. Every good morning is a bridge. Every can I help you is an invitation. You think small talk is a test you might fail, but it's actually a stage where you get to be kind. And kindness doesn't require fluency. It requires courage. The train stops at the next station. Doors open. A woman with a stroller struggles to get on. She's pushing. The stroller is stuck. People are watching. No one moves. And then the man who returned Maya's phone stands up. He walks over. He says, "Let me help you with that." He lifts the front of the stroller. The woman smiles. She says, "Thank you so much." He says, "No problem. Have a great day." 10 seconds, maybe 15. But the whole train feels different. Warmer, more human. Maya watches this. She sees how easy it was, how natural. The man didn't think about grammar. He didn't worry about his accent. He saw someone who needed help, and he helped. This is the second lesson. The second mentor moment. You don't need permission to be kind. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be present, to notice, to act. The train starts moving again. Maya looks around. She sees people everywhere. A teenager listening to music. An older man reading a newspaper. A woman holding a coffee cup just like hers. All of them are strangers. All of them are potential connections. She's been riding this train for 8 months, and she's never spoken to a single person. She's been taking space, taking silence, taking safety. But she's never given anything, not a smile, not a word. Not a moment of her own courage, and that's when it hits her. The shift, the identity change. She doesn't want to be the person who just takes anymore. She wants to be the person who gives, who helps, who connects, who speaks first. Because here's what she suddenly understands. Every time someone was kind to her, she felt seen. She felt human. And if she felt that way, other people feel that way too. There are people all around her, right now, who feel invisible, who are waiting for someone to say hello, who are hoping someone will smile. She could be that someone. She has the English. She's always had it. She just needed a reason to use it. And now she has one. The train pulls into her stop. Maya stands up. She walks toward the door. And as she passes the man who picked up her phone, she stops. She takes a breath. And she says, "Thank you. Really. That was very kind." He looks surprised. Then he smiles. "You're welcome. Glad I could help." 5 words from her. 5 words back from him. But Maya feels like she just climbed a mountain. Her heart is racing. Her face is warm. But she's smiling. Actually smiling, she steps off the train. The doors close behind her. And as she walks up the stairs to the street, she makes a decision. A promise to herself. Next time, she won't wait for someone to be kind to her. Next time, she'll be kind first. She'll be the one who asks if someone is okay. She'll be the one who offers help. She'll be the one who speaks, because that's who she is now. Not someone who waits, someone who acts. Not someone who takes, someone who gives. And it all started with 7 words from a stranger on a train. Maya knew those phrases for years. You probably know them too. But knowing and speaking are 2 completely different things. Maya kept her English locked in her head where it was safe, where no one could judge it, where she couldn't make mistakes. And that's exactly why she stayed invisible. Today, that changes. For her and for you. Because right now, you're going to speak. Out loud, not later. Not when you feel ready. Now, here's the truth about kindness language. It's not about memorizing. It's about muscle memory. Your mouth needs to practice the shape of these words. Your voice needs to hear the rhythm. Your brain needs to connect the phrase to the feeling. That only happens when you speak. So here's what we're going to do. I'll give you the phrase. I'll tell you when to use it. I'll show you how Maya used it. And then you'll say it. Out loud. With me. No skipping. No, just listening. If you want different results, you need different actions. Let's start with offering help. This is the highest value English you can learn. Because the moment you offer help, you stop being invisible. Phrase 1. Can I help you with that? Repeat after me. Can I help you with that? One more time. Can I help you with that? This is what you say when you see someone struggling, someone carrying heavy bags, someone trying to open a door, someone looking lost. Maya heard a stranger say this on the train. Now she says it too. She sees an older man struggling with a suitcase on the subway stairs. She says, "Can I help you with that?" He says, "Yes." She helps. They talk for 30 seconds. And she's not invisible anymore. Phrase 2. Do you need a hand? Repeat after me. Do you need a hand? Again. Do you need a hand? This is casual, friendly. You use it with coworkers, with neighbors, with someone at the coffee shop juggling too many things. I say this when I see someone who looks overwhelmed. It's 5 words, but it opens everything. Phrase 3. Let me get that for you. Repeat after me. Let me get that for you. One more time. Let me get that for you. This one is active. You're not asking. You're doing. Someone drops something. You pick it up. You say this as you hand it back. Maya uses this at work. A coworker drops papers. Maya picks them up. Let me get that for you. The coworker smiles, says thank you. Asks Maya about her weekend. Connection starts here, now, thanking and responding. Because kindness is a loop. Someone helps you. You thank them. They respond. You both feel human. Phrase 4. Thank you so much. Repeat after me. Thank you so much. Again. Thank you so much. Not just thanks. The word so much adds feeling. It shows you really mean it. Maya says this to the man who picked up her phone. She says it with eye contact, with a smile, and he feels it. Phrase 5. I really appreciate it. Repeat after me. I really appreciate it. One more time. I really appreciate it. This is slightly more formal. Great for work. For when someone goes out of their way. When someone explains something twice. When someone covers for you. I use this all the time. It makes people feel valued. Phrase 6. No problem. Repeat after me. No problem. Again, no problem. This is what you say when someone thanks you. It's warm. It's easy. It keeps the door open. Someone says, thank you for holding the elevator. You say, no problem. 2 words. But they say, I'm the kind of person who helps. Phrase 7. Anytime. Repeat after me. Anytime. One more time. Anytime. Even warmer. Even more generous. It says, I'll help you again. You matter. Maya starts using this. A neighbor thanks her for holding the building door. She says, anytime. The neighbor remembers her now. Says hello every morning. Now. Small talk openers. This is how you start. How you turn a stranger into someone you know. Phrase 8. How's your day going? Repeat after me. How's your day going? Again, how's your day going? You say this to the barista, to the person next to you in the elevator. to a coworker in the break room. It's simple, but it's an invitation. Maya asks the barista this one morning. The barista lights up, tells her about a busy morning. They talk for 1 minute. Now Maya isn't just a customer. She's a person. Phrase 9. Nice weather today, isn't it? Repeat after me. Nice weather today, isn't it? One more time. Nice weather today, isn't it? Yes, it's classic small talk. But classic works. You say this to a neighbor, to someone waiting at the bus stop, to anyone. I say this when I don't know what else to say, and it works every single time. Phrase 10. Have a great day. Repeat after me. Have a great day. Again. Have a great day. This closes the loop. You finish your coffee. You say this to the barista. You leave the elevator. You say this to the person who rode with you. It's a gift, a tiny wish. And people feel it. Now let's practice in context. Imagine you're at a coffee shop. The person in front of you drops their wallet. You pick it up. You say, I think you dropped this. They say, oh, thank you so much. You say, no problem. Have a great day. Done. 4 sentences. 30 seconds. You just made someone's morning better. Next scenario. You're in an elevator. Someone is carrying 3 boxes. You hold the door. You say, let me get that for you. They step in. They say, thanks. You say, anytime. Silence for 5 seconds. Then you say, how's your day going? They answer. You listen. The elevator stops. You say, have a great day. You step out. You just had a conversation. In English. With a stranger. Last scenario. You're on the street. You see someone looking at their phone, turning in circles. They're lost. You walk up. You say, do you need a hand? They look relieved. They ask for directions. You help. They say, I really appreciate it. You say, no problem. Good luck. And you walk away feeling like a completely different person. Now, 3 quick checks. First, fill in the blank. Someone is carrying heavy bags. You say, can I blank you with that? The answer is help. Can I help you with that? Second, match the situation. You hold the door for someone. They say thank you. Do you say A, I really appreciate it, or B, no problem? The answer is B, no problem. Third, record yourself. Take out your phone. Say these 3 phrases out loud. Record your voice. Can I help you with that? Thank you so much. Have a great day. Then listen. That's your voice. Speaking English, offering kindness, connecting. You just spoke English 15 times in 8 minutes. Not in your head, out loud. With your actual voice, you practiced offering help, thanking people, starting conversations, closing them kindly. You did the work that most people skip. And that's why you're not most people anymore. These phrases are yours now. You've spoken them. You know when to use them. And tomorrow, when you see someone who needs help, you won't hesitate. You won't overthink. You'll just speak, because you're not the person who waits anymore. You're the person who goes first. 2 weeks after the phone incident, Maya is on the same train. Same time, same platform. But she's not the same person. She sees a young woman step onto the train. The woman is holding a coffee in one hand, a bag in the other, and trying to swipe her transit card. She's struggling. The card falls. Coffee almost spills, and Maya doesn't think. She just moves. She picks up the card, hands it back, and she says, I think you dropped this. Are you okay? The same 7 words that changed her life. Now she's the one saying them. Now she's the stranger who makes someone else feel seen. The woman smiles, says thank you. They talk for 2 stops. Just small talk. Just 2 humans connecting on a Tuesday morning. And when Maya gets off the train, she feels alive. This is who you're becoming. Not who you were. Who you are right now. You were someone who waited. You are someone who goes first. You are someone who stayed silent to stay safe. You are someone who speaks to connect. You are someone who knew English but didn't use it. You are someone who practices out loud and shows up brave. Say this with me. I am someone who helps strangers in English. Say it again. I am someone who helps strangers in English. One more time. I am someone who offers kindness first. These aren't just words. They're identity. And identity drives action. When you see yourself as someone who connects, you connect. When you see yourself as someone who speaks first, you speak. Here's your micro-commitment. One phrase. This week. Use one phrase from this video in real life. At the coffee shop. In the elevator. On the street. Just one. Can I help you with that? Have a great day. How's your day going? Pick one. Say it. Out loud. To a real person. And then come back here and tell me. Comment below. Tell me which phrase you used. Tell me what happened. Because your story matters. Your progress matters. You matter. Don't go back to silence. Don't go back to comfort. Don't close this video and stay exactly who you were. Growth happened here today. You practiced. You spoke. You shifted. Staying in the old version of yourself is a choice. And I know you're not choosing that. The next story is waiting. The next lesson is coming. But right now, this moment, you have everything you need. You have the phrases. You have the courage. You have the proof that small acts of kindness change lives. Maya's life changed because a stranger spoke 7 words. Your life changes the moment you speak them too. Go be the stranger someone remembers. Go be the voice someone needed to hear. Go live your English. Starting now.